2, 3.
What is thy name, that in battle thus thou crossest me? What honor dost thou seek upon my head?
Know then, my name is Douglas, and I do haunt thee in the battle thus, because some tell me thou art king.
They tell thee true.
All's done. All's won. Here, breathless lies the king.
Where?
Here.
This?
Yes.
Douglas.
What?
No.
No.
I know this face full well. A gallant knight was he. His name was Blunt.
Blunt?
Yeah.
Oh.
The king hath many marching in his coats.
Now, by my sword, I'll kill all his coats, murder all his wardrobe, piece by piece, until I meet the king.
Up and away.
Ah!
Soft! Who are you? Now let's see if you've been paying attention. Sir Walter Blunt. Well, there's honor for you. I am as hot as molten lead, and as heavy too. God keep lead out of me. I need no more weight than mine own bowels.
Another king! They grow like Hydra's heads. I am the Douglas, fatal to all those that wear those colors on them. Who art thou to counterfeit the person of a king?
The king himself! Douglas grieves at heart, so many of his shadows thou hast met, and not the king. I will assay thee, so defend thyself.
I fear thou art another counterfeit, and yet in faith thou bearest thee like a king. But mine I am sure thou art, whoever thou be. And thus I win thee!
Hold up thy head, vile Scot, or thou art like to never hold it up again. It is the Prince of Wales who threatens thee, who never promiseth but he means to pay. How fares your grace?
Stay and breathe a while, for thou hast redeemed thy lost opinion, and showed thou make some tender of thy life. This fair rescue thou hast brought to me.
If I mistake not, thou art Harry Monmouth.
Thou speakst as if I would deny my name.
My name is Harry Percy.
Well, Then I see a very valiant rebel of the name. I am the Prince of Wales! Think not, Percy, to share with me in glory any longer. 2 stars keep not their motion in one sphere, nor can one England brook a double reign of Harry Percy and the Prince of Wales.
Nor shall it, Harry, for the hour is come to end the one of us. And would to God thy name in arms were now as great as mine.
I'll make it greater ere I part from thee. And all the budding honors on thy crest I'll crop to make a garland for my head.
I can no longer brook thy vanities.
Ill-weaved ambition, how much art thou shrunk? When that this body did contain a spirit, a kingdom for it was too small a bound. But now, 2 paces of the vilest earth is room enough. Farewell, and take thy praise with thee to heaven. Thy ignominy sleep with thee in the grave, but not remembered in thy epitaph. What? Old acquaintance? Could not all this flesh keep in a little life? Oh, poor Jack. Farewell. I could have better spared a better man. In bowels will I see thee by and by. Till then, in blood by noble Percy lie.
Bowels? If thou embowel me today, I'll give you leave to powder me and eat me too tomorrow. Splud. It was time to counterfeit, for that hot termagant Scot had paid me Scot and lot too. The better part of valor is discretion, in the which better part I have saved my life. Zoons! I am afraid of this gunpowder Percy, though she be dead. Well, what if she should counterfeit too and rise? Therefore, I'll make her sure. Yea, and I'll swear I killed her. Well, nothing confutes me but eyes, and nobody's watching. Therefore, Syrah, with a new wound in your thigh, come you along with me.
I saw him dead, breathless and bleeding on the ground. Art thou alive? Thou art not what thou seemst.
No, that's certain. I'm not a double man. But if I be not Jack Falstaff, then I am a Jack.
Oh.
There lies Percy. If your father will do me any honor, so. If not, let him kill the next Percy himself. I look to be either Earl or Duke, I can assure you.
Why, Percy, I killed myself and saw thee dead.
Didst thou? Oh, Lord, Lord, how this world is given to lying. I grant you, I was down and out of breath, and so was she. But we both rose at an instant and fought a long hour by Shrewsbury clock. I'll take it upon my death I gave her this wound in the thigh. If the woman were alive and would deny it, zoons, I'd make her eat a piece of my sword.
The drum sounds the retreat. The day is ours!
Thus ever did rebellion find rebuke. Ill-spirited Worcester, did we not send you pardon, grace, and terms of love to all of you, and wouldst thou turn our offer contrary? Misuse the tenor of thy kinsman's trust. 3 knights upon our party slain today. A noble earl and many a creature else have been alive at this hour if, like a Christian, thou hast borne between our armies true intelligence.
What I did, my safety urged me to, and I embrace my fortune patiently. For not to be avoided, it falls on me.
Bear Worcester to death. Rebellion in this land shall lose its sway, meeting the check of such another day. And since this business is so fairly done, let us not leave till all our own be one.
I pray thee, gentle son, give even way to my rough affairs. My honor is at pawn, and but my leaving nothing can redeem it.
Yet for God's sake, go not to these wars. The time was, Father, that you broke your word. When your own Percy, when my heart's dear Harry, through many an outward look to see her father bring up his powers, but she did long in vain. Who then persuaded you to stay at home? There were 2 honors lost. Yours and your daughter's. She was the mark and glass, copy and book that fashioned others, and her, oh wondrous her, oh miracle of women, her did you leave? Second to none, unseconded by you, to look upon the hideous god of war in disadvantage, to abide the field when nothing but the sound of a HOTSPUR's name did seem defensible. So you left her! So came I a widow, and never shall have length of life enough to reign upon remembrance with mine eyes, that it may grow and sprout as high as heaven, for recordation to my noble wife. And so my son, one early morn did shine with all triumphant splendor on my brow. But out, alack, she was but 1 hour mine. The region cloud had masked her from me now. Yet her fondness, my love, no it disdaineth. Sons of the world may stain where the heaven's sun stays.
Why doth the crown lie there upon his pillow, being so troublesome a bedfellow? Oh, polished perturbation, golden care that keeps the ports of slumber open wide to many a watchful night. My gracious lord, my father, Father, oh, this sleep is sound indeed. This is a sleep that from this golden wriggle hath divorced so many English kings. My due from thee is this imperial crown, which as immediate to thy place and blood derives itself to me.
Where's the crown? Who took it from my pillow? The prince hath ta'en it hence, so is he so hasty that he doth suppose my sleep my death? All this part of his conjoins with my disease and helps to end me. How nature flies into revolt when gold becomes her object. For this, the foolish, over-careful fathers break their sleep with thoughts, their brains with care, their bones with industry. For this, they're thoughtful to invest their sons with arts and military exercises, when, like the bees, tolling from every flower the virtuous sweets, our thighs packed with wax, our mouths with honey, we bring it to the hive, and like the bees are murdered for our pains. Oh, this bitter taste yields its engrossments to the ending. Father, come hither to me, Harry.
I never thought to hear you speak again.
Thy wish was father to that thought, Harry. I stay too long by thee. I weary thee. Dost thou so hunger for my empty chair that thou must needs invest thee with my honors before thy hour be ripe? Oh, foolish youth, thou seekst the greatness that will overwhelm thee. But stay a little, for my cloud of dignity is held from falling by so weak a wind that it will quickly drop. What? Canst thou not forbear me half an hour? Then get thee gone and go and dig my grave thyself, and bid the merry bells chime in thine ear that thou art crowned, and not that I am dead.
Oh, pardon me, my lord. God witness with me, when I came in here and found no course of breath within your majesty, how cold it struck my heart. Coming to look on you, thinking you dead, I spake unto this crown as of having sense. accusing it, I put it on my head to try with it as with an enemy that had before my face murdered my father. Oh, let God forever keep it from my head.
God knows, my son, by what bypaths and indirect crooked ways I met this crown. Upon thee it shall descend with better quiet, better opinion, better confirmation. Therefore, my Harry, be it thy course to busy giddy minds with foreign quarrels, that action, thus borne out, may waste the memory of the former days. Nor would I, but my lungs are wasted so that the power of speech is utterly deprived. How I met this crown, oh God, forgive, and grant that it may, with thee, in true peace, live.
The king is dead. Long live the king!
Long live the king!
God save thy
Long
grace.
live the king!
Hal!
Long live King Henry
My
V!
royal Hal! God save me, my sweet boy! My king! My Jove! I speak to thee! My heart!
I know thee not, old man. Falter thy prayers. How ill white hair's become a fool and a jester. I have long dreamt of such a kind of man, so surfeit-swelled, so old, and so profane. But being awaked, I do despise my dream. Make less thy body hence, and more thy grace. Leave gormandizing, know the grave doth gape for thee thrice wider than for other men. Reply not to me with a full-born jest. Presume not that I am the thing I was, for God doth know. And so shall the world perceive that I have turned away from my former self. So have I those that kept me company. When thou dost hear I am as I have been, approach me, and thou shalt be as thou wast, the tutor and the feeder of my riots. Until then I banish thee. I banish thee on pain of death, as I have the rest of my misleaders.
Hal! Hal! Hal!
Set on!
Hal! Hal! Boy, what you drinking? Gonna let it sink in. Here for the weekend, thinking we can see what we can do. Press forward. Just one more round and get down out for it. Filling up your cup now, filling on your passport. You don't even care now. I was unaware how fine you was before my bus set in. My bus set in. Blame it on the booze. Got you feeling loose. Blame it on the drum. Got you in the zone. Blame it on the alcohol. Blame it on the alcohol. Blame it on the vodka. Blame it on the heavy. Blame it on the blue talk. Got you feeling dizzy. Blame it on the alcohol.